Action cameras keep pushing limits. Higher resolution, better stabilization, but what if the tiniest one suddenly stepped into the big leagues? That's exactly what the Insta360 Go Ultra promises. Ultra compact design, premium features borrowed from its flagship sibling, and a price tag that says it's ready to challenge the giants. The Insta360 Go Ultra builds directly on the Go series, following the Go 3S, but this time with some serious upgrades inspired by the Ace Pro. The concept is simple but clever. A detachable camera module that slips out of its case, mounts where larger cameras can't, and then docks back into the shell to recharge. But here's the catch, the Go Ultra isn't trying to be the budget-friendly sidekick anymore. Starting at $449 for the standard bundle, it now sits shoulder to shoulder with GoPro and DJI. This shift raises a big question. Is Insta360's smallest camera finally ready to compete head-on with the mainstream heavyweights? Or has it lost the charm that made the Go series so popular? The Go Ultra takes on a new look. While the Go 3S had a tall, oblong design, the Ultra is more square-shaped and heavier, 53 grams compared to 39 grams. That extra weight gives it a sturdier feel, but also changes how it mounts in some setups. The magnetic back returns, making it easy to snap onto metal or use with the included pendant, which now has a clever 15-degree adjustable plate for more flexible angles. Insta360 also includes a quick-release tether this time, a small but crucial addition that solves a very real problem. Many reviewers point out that losing an action cam in water is easier than you think, and one even admitted to watching a GoPro Hero 13 sink to the bottom of the ocean. So the Go Ultra is sturdier, smarter in design, and safer in the field. But does the extra bulk actually pay off in performance? This is where things get interesting. The Ultra introduces a 1 in 1.28 inch sensor. That's a 221% jump in size over the Go 3S. Alongside it comes support for 4K at 60 frames per second, doubling the frame rate of its predecessor. On paper, this means sharper video and far better low-light performance. Insta360 even claims a 200% improvement in darker scenes. But specs don't always tell the full story. Early comparisons show that while the Ultra is a big step up from the 3S, it still lags behind the Ace Pro 2, which consistently delivers more detail and sharper imagery. So the question is, if the Go Ultra improves the numbers, how does it really perform when the lights go down? Side-by-side tests confirm the mixed results. The Ultra is noticeably brighter than previous Go models, which makes it a major upgrade for night shooting. But brightness doesn't always equal quality. Footage often looks less detailed, with jittery motion and challenging lighting. The Ace Pro 2, for example, may produce darker video, but it stays steadier and cleaner with fewer artifacts. And that trade-off matters. For some creators, the Ultra's brighter but noisier output might be enough. For others, consistency and detail wins every time. But if low light leaves the Ultra trailing, what about daylight performance, where stabilization and HDR come into play? The Ultra introduces an ambient light sensor, but here's the surprising part. It doesn't actually switch to low light or pure video modes like your smartphone would. You still need to make those adjustments manually. There's also a new active HDR mode, which adds vibrancy and balance to footage, but it comes with a limit. It only works at 4K 30 frames per second. So while it's great for daylight recording, it's not available if you want smoother, higher frame rates. That leads to a bigger question. If HDR feels restricted, what other upgrades actually give creators more freedom? This one's huge. Go Ultra finally ditches its biggest limitation: storage. For the first time in the Go series, you get a micro SD card slot. That means no more being stuck with built-in storage that fills up too quickly. Now you can swap cards on the fly, pick up high-capacity options like a 512GB card for under $30, and most importantly, your footage is no longer locked inside the device. Even if the camera fails, your files are safe. It's a simple upgrade, but one that changes how creators actually use this camera day to day. Still, storage isn't the only practical concern, because once you're out in the wild, durability and waterproofing matter just as much. The Go Ultra comes waterproof right out of the box. Unlike the Go 3S, you don't need an extra aqua lens just to get it wet. But there's a catch. The action pod isn't waterproof, and the exposed USB-C port means you'll need to keep it safe from water. And then there's the lens problem. The default round lens works fine above water, but underwater it struggles, producing soft and fuzzy images. To fix that, you'll need an optional aqua lens, which costs $15. It's affordable, yes, but constantly swapping lenses just to get clean underwater footage can be frustrating. So while the Ultra brings convenience in some areas, it adds extra steps in others, which raises the next big question. Does the overall shooting experience balance out these quirks, or do they start holding the camera back? Battery life is one of the areas where the Ultra makes some of the biggest leaps forward. The pod's runtime nearly doubles, from 38 minutes on the Go 3S to 70 minutes on the Ultra. Charging times have also been slashed. You can now get to 80% in just 12 minutes for the pod and 18 minutes for the case. That's down from the previous 47 minutes. These aren't just small spec bumps, they translate to real-world convenience. Less waiting, more shooting. But of course, extended runtimes only matter if the footage itself keeps up with your creative vision. The Ultra also widens your perspective. The field of view expands from 150 degrees to 156 degrees, which may not sound like much, but makes a big difference for immersive POV shots, especially when mounted to a chest rig or helmet. Insta360 also introduces a new 2x zoom option. Thanks to the larger sensor, it works almost like lossless zoom, giving you flexibility without destroying image quality. On top of that, the Ultra can now shoot 50 megapixel still photos. Though many users and reviewers agree, pulling frames from 4K footage often remains the smarter move. So wider views, zoom flexibility, and sharper photos. But how do you actually see and control all of this in the field? The Ultra's display also grows, moving from 2.2 inches to 2.5 inches. It's not massive, but every bit of extra screen real estate helps when framing your shots. Then there's the Ring Remote, a new accessory that straps onto your finger, letting you control the camera remotely. It's not an essential add-on for everyone, but it's a clever innovation for creators who want hands-free operation without constantly reaching for the pod. But while Insta360 nailed portability and control, there's one decision that may frustrate longtime users. Insta360 introduced yet another mounting system with the Go Ultra. And here's the problem. It isn't compatible with the mounts from the Ace Pro, Ace Pro 2, or the X5. That means if you already own gear from Insta360's other cameras, you'll need adapters. More bulk, more hassle.